And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Intercontinental Hotel here, having a really sober discussion about the way forward with the teachers' strike, with the imminent impeachment, with what's going on in the state of the nation. Here with Sir Dr. Chris Kirubi and Ambassador Orie Rogo Manduli. It's a pretty sober show, folks. Tweets coming in so thick, so fast. Let me just read a couple, folks. Libet Chiungu says, as long as children are not getting education, we shall never kick poverty out of Kenya. Very true. Sir Arthur 254, he calls himself Christ's finest. He says, there are some people you can't reason with. Paying teachers is not the problem. Sustaining their salary is. Cynthia Nyongesa says, the government has defied a court order by failing to pay the teachers. Whatever happened to the rule of law? To the rule of law. Keep tweeting at Chris Kirubi, at Orie Rogo, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is way forward.
Jeff, I want to try and persuade my sister here to show a model of how civilized people can negotiate issues, how civilized people who care about their responsibility can sit together and discuss their problems. And my issue, sister, is the children sent me here. Can you protect us, Uncle Chris? Can you make sure we get our learning where we are going to do our exams so that we are not damaged forever? And I'm asking you, do you not think we should request the teachers to bring down their stand? Let's get back to school. Let's give teachers, children, a chance to revise, to pass their exams. And then they can take up from there. During the holidays, during the new year, we get back to their issue. And by then, I'm sure government will have collected themselves and get back to discussion, to negotiating. We have only one country called Kenya. Nobody has two passports unless you have two.
I have one, and it's Kenyan, but Chris.
Good. But I want, people are watching you, I want to see.
These kids were not there when I watched my parents being cheated out of their rightful pay, out of a decent living. I don't know how my parents managed, but they had to do it. Somehow we grew. They were not there. They are there. They are here now. I've watched this scenario. It is not going to change. They'll go back to school. It will be business as usual. We will be thinking of how to get re-elected. That is actually the case. How do we get re-elected? How do we go back into those positions? I want us to know that these teachers also have kids, and their kids are also doing exams. So it's not that they are not being hurt. They are also being hurt. But I did not say for 1 minute that people don't sit and talk. I am for negotiation. I am for dialogue. But Chris, I know you, and I've known you in this court when people have crossed your path. If there's a court order in your favor and it was not adhered to the letter, I know you'd hit the roof. I want the teachers to be paid. Then we can sit down.
Okay.
After they've been paid, we will let them be paid. We are going to look into how they'll be paid next year, but for this year, for the remaining of this year, let there be enough money. How many months are there before the end of the year?
Tomorrow we start October, so it's literally 3 months, 90
let
days.
them be given some money. Let them be paid, then we'll sit down. Okay. But to ask them to sit,
yes,
I'd like to negotiate with you. I'm the mother of those kids. I told you, Chris, you don't even know how to hold them or how to shackle them. I know. I weep for them.
I know how to make them.
Yeah. And after you've made them, you run away with them, you leave me with them, taking care of them. Chris, I want you to know that I feel for the children more than you understand.
Thank you.
But there is no way I'm asking the teachers to go back to their
place.
Okay. I know the pattern.
Chris, let's face it, there are no winners at the end of this one.
There is no, the losers mostly are kids. The kids are the losers.
Then those in authority,
The kids
those who
losers.
are able to give,
And
to come up with the funds to give the teachers, let them. The kids are innocent. The teachers are innocent. The government of the day should put together the money to give the teachers. These next few months are not many. I want the teachers paid before they go back. So Sion, don't give up. And don't give in.
And then
I'm sorry.
Next will be the nurses. Next after that, the doctors.
Can we cross, as Chris said, can we cross the river when we get there? Let's deal with the teachers first. Let's cross the river when we get there. Right now we are dealing with, you ask everybody to come aboard, and you're actually inciting the whole country against teachers. That's what you're doing. You are even inciting children against their teachers.
Okay.
And yeah, you are telling them they're messing up the kids. But you're not telling the kids you are messing up the teachers. Who's messing up the kids so that the teachers? Who's messing up the teachers? It's not the kids. Who's messing this? The government of the day who should see that they are paid.
You know,
yeah.
Salary rewards is everybody's right who performs a certain duty.
And they do.
But constitutionally, the children have a right to access education.
And constitutionally, a worker has a right to get their money.
But the children are not the employer.
The parents of the kids are some of the employers. The parents of these children are some of the employers.
Okay, so way forward, folks.
Way forward is President come home, find money, give the teachers for this. No, the next few months before Christmas, they're just a couple of months. Pay them this month's salary. Pay them next month. We'll sit down as a country and organize. There are cuts you can make. You know where to cut them. I don't. But to come here and tell me, if I give you so and so will also want, it's like your child who has special need. They have a special need. You have children, you have a house full of children, one is sick. You tell them, if I give you medicine, another child will also fall sick and ask for medicine.
But Chris, go ahead. I was saying, okay, this strike will go on.
Yes.
These stubborn sides, none will let up, none will give up.
The strike cannot go on. The strike must stop.
It's not stopping. The same Sion says, strike continues.
Yeah, pay them. So Sion is saying, give us money, we'll go back to school tonight.
Chris.
You know, if you get emotional, excited,
nobody.
The answer is pay them. If you are sober, rational, it is you to say, where are the resources? How do we do it? How don't we break our constitution? Because we have a constitution, and the Salary and Remuneration Commission must come on board, because it's their load, it's their business to look after all the cadre of the civil servants, that nobody is disadvantaged.
What I found, that when you have a full stomach, it's very easy to be rational. When your stomach is full,
that's true also.
And Chris, yours is full. So
you can think rationally. Hungry. I haven't had dinner.
But these ones are hungry people. Have you ever reasonably hungry? It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very easy to rationalize when your stomach is full. It's difficult. These people need their money. Let's find some money. When we sit down, and we're going to sit down even after this Chris, not only here, find ways around, let's give them money. Just say, if I give you dawa, another child will also be sick, so I don't want to be in the habit of giving medicine. These ones are sick now. We must give them medicine. And the medicine they want is cash.
Is that the solution? Is that the light at the end of the tunnel?
That is the light at the end, is money and nothing but money. There's no other light. They are not going to, you have even told them they are not good enough. They are not teaching properly. It is those in private schools who are teaching properly. No, that is wrong. Give them what the court ordered, and then sit and negotiate. They are also human. They also have children who are going to school, and repeating, they also have candidates in their homes. They have candidates.
Okay.
You think they're not parents? Who told you teachers don't have children?
They have children.
I think we should move on to the
Way forward.
way forward, because we cannot burn the house to find solution. We cannot also throw the baby with the bathwater.
But we are not going to teach these kids. We are the only ones. The teachers are the ones who are going to teach.
Okay, let me finish.
I personally think Mrs. Manduli has a point. We all feel for the teachers. We all would like them to be better off than they are today. But let us do it in a normal, humble, professional way. And because there is also tomorrow, we must make sure that today makes us see tomorrow.
Do you remember what happened to nurses back in, I think, the 70s and 80s? They were getting paid just like teachers, nothing.
Yes.
And they took off, right? Botswana, Zimbabwe, UK. Nurses took off. Do you see the same with the teachers? Will they leave?
They're not leaving. The teachers are not going. They're not going. We have. I think you didn't grow up in homes where teachers live. These are big. They don't only love their kids, their own kids, biological kids. They love the kids they teach. They treat them as their own. They feel for them. They're not running. They're not going anywhere.
So they should go back
Just give the teachers money. That is all. There is no problem here. Please, let's find some money. Please, let's find some money, and the money can be found. And when we have, I mean, you have not even offered even kidogo. You just say akuna pesa. That is not right. Let's give them money. Let's offer something. Let's put something on the table. We can't just tell them akuna pesa after these years.
But you know, this is why they say let's get back to negotiation. I'm sure there was something on the table.
Court order first, you obeyed.
No.
No. If they're not going to obey this court order, then the next court order will also not be obeyed. So why do you want to obey what the judge said the other day? And if you came up with it. Yeah. When that court order cannot be obeyed. But this, what the judge said the other day is very important. But what that court order is about. I mean, please be rational.
But Chris is saying, sit down and talk.
The judge is not the chairman of the commission for salaries and remuneration commission. That, to me, is not the way constitution is written. I'm not a lawyer, but I know the only person who can pronounce the award are the commissioner in charge of that commission.
Okay, folks.
The judge was trying to humbly get these people back together, go and talk to each other. And I think if we can, you need to encourage them to have the spirit of let's get together. Let's not destroy our country.
I'm encouraging you, but promise me there'll be, tell me there'll be something.
Do you know?
No, tell me there'll be something, and I'll be advocating for them to go back to
I am sure there'll be something if I can buy peace.
Teachers, did you hear?
Yes.
There'll be something.
Yes.
Now what we want to know is how much.
No, we cannot. That is not our role. That is the role of the Salaries Commission.
Yes, folks, we literally have 2 minutes to go.
Yes.
So, Orie Rogo Manduli, you go first. That's your camera over there. Closing thoughts.
I feel that we got our priorities in this country upside down. As I said, the teachers and the those in medical field are the people we should be looking at first. And because we have our thing upside down, I was in India the other day and I found all our money, all our medical money is heading to India, when it should be improving services here. Machines are breaking down, those with cancers are suffering. I think we have to change our way of management. Chris, I manage my farm very well. Why don't those in public institutions also manage well what they've been assigned to manage and what they're paid to manage? I'm asking Kenyans to really sit down and think hard. You don't get those positions and those names and those salaries to build yourself, to be big, to hang your coat there and you get that position to work. Let your work be seen. I want to be successful as Chris is in his endeavors. And as I am, I'm one hell of a good farmer. And I'm doing a good job in Kitale on my farm. Yeah. But why is it that when you are given position to serve, you use them to enrich yourselves? You use them to make yourself look big. You use them to make people suffer. And you do not perform. What makes Kenyans non-performance? Yes. What is it about them?
Okay.
Well done. Chris,
Yeah.
last thoughts.
Well, it's been a journey here sitting with my sister, and thank you for listening the little bit I spoke. But to be honest, we deserve better. Kenyans must sit and talk to each other. We need not to put the children as a fodder between our needs and our desires. We need to make sure that the poor children are not given permanent damage because they happen to be schools which depend on government teachers. I think this country is also doing very well. It's the first time after, I don't know, 50 years or more, we have a new railway line being built. It's the first time we have a GDP which has brought us to a middle income nation. It's the first time that we are not seeing hunger everywhere in the countryside. It's the first time that the youth are being empowered. We've gone to Kibera, we've gone to all these funny places where we are helping the youth through the National Youth Service to come up. So I believe this teachers issue can be solved. The teachers should have a sober head. We respect the teachers. We know them as leaders in the villages, in their communities they lead. We call them teachers. We actually don't even call them their names. We call them mwalimu. Why? Mwalimu is the leader in the community. We need to show that trust in the government of the day. We must work with the government of the day. And we must remove politics from this issue of salaries, because every group will have to sell themselves to some group in order to get what they want. I think we must follow the Constitution. We must make sure the Constitution is respected. And thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Chris.
What about court orders?
Part of the Constitution.
Folks, I can't let you go without some gifts, Orie Rogo. I know you're a big Gor Mahia fan, so I'm giving you a green color shirt. Yeah. Chris, Chris, last time you had a t-shirt, so I'm now giving you a mug for your coffee in the morning. All right?
Oh, this will do very well as the Gor Mahia man.
Absolutely. Guinea Wasakao.
Guinea Waseka.
Hey.
Who is this smiling baby?
Thank you, Jeff.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
You
very
look
much.
radiant.
No, she was good.
Lovely.
That was very
Farming
good.
agrees with me.
Farming is you. Chris,
Thank you.
as
Thank
always.
you
Good
for
stuff.
bringing me together with my
Absolutely.
sister.
It was a very sober,
been a long time.
very candid
I know,
conversation.
I
But
know.
Chris,
Well done.
Chris, like Orie said,
Yeah.
just give them a couple of billion. You have a couple. We'll have some change. Give them a couple.
Oh my.
Well, my. I'm glad.
That one, they love
I'm glad we are having a sober conversation
And
on this teacher strike and on the way forward in the state of the nation. Thanks so much for joining us. Keep tweeting at Chris Kirubi, at Orie Rogo, at Koinange. Jeff, the hashtag way forward. Tomorrow night, you mentioned India a moment ago. Tomorrow night, 3-year-old Jeremy was born with a faulty kidneys. He lost one soon after birth. The second one is failing. 3 years old. He might not even make it to preschool. Doctors say he has 1 month to live. His mother, Jeremy, will be here tomorrow night. And a stranger, out of the blue, coming to help them out, trying to raise money so that he could go to India for surgery. 3-year-old Jeremy. It's going to be a heart-wrenching story.
Count me in.
You're going to put some money? There'll be a PayPal number. You think Chris will put some too?
Why
I'll
not?
persuade him.
Why not?
We'll see you tomorrow night. Always keep it locked to KTN, Kenya's television network, and KTN News. Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck. God bless. Thank you, my dear. Well done.